inseam and you're a woman. That is a reality for a woman in Mansfield who has Marfan syndrome, a condition most people have never heard of.
But as Fox 8's Melissa Reed reports, this woman can't do anything strenuous for fear that it could kill her.
Hey, Tucker. I am made fun of and ridiculed and judged and stared at and criticized daily.
They say you can't understand another person's experience until you've walked a mile in their shoes.
I probably need a size 15 women's. I can fit into a size 14. It just depends on the shoe. They're adorable.
26-year-old Ashley Britt of Mansfield prefers high heels, but she's never worn them before.
By the time I was probably 3 or 4, I looked like a 7 or 8-year-old, and height-wise, it just kept going.
Little did she realize that her height was a symptom of a life-threatening disease.
And it was only a couple months after my 11th birthday that I was actually 6'1".
At the age of 7, Ashley was diagnosed with Marfan syndrome, a condition she and her family, like most people, had never heard of.
You know, my father found out after he died, they found out he had it, but they also suspected his father may have had it, one of his brothers may have had it.
By age 18, Ashley stood 6'7" with an inseam of 44 inches, a size 22.
What was the first thing that you remember, the mean things that people would say to you?
I had nicknames like Too Tall, Bigfoot.
Despite the constant ridicule, Ashley found love online. She went on to marry Robert, an Iraq War veteran, but in 2011,
I had come to visit family in Ohio and got the call that he had committed suicide in our house in North Carolina. I mean, Robert was my life, he was my world. I had nothing. I didn't have a reason to stay. Ohio was always home.
On top of being a widow, Ashley's health deteriorated.
If I stand more than a couple minutes, my legs will actually give out and I'll fall. That's how I tore my MCL.
Her bones started breaking. 2 tumors developed.
She's had a very difficult course, mostly related to the skeletal features.
Dr. Kurt Daniels is Ashley's doctor, a cardiologist at the Heart Center at Nationwide Children's Hospital in Columbus.
If you were a patient with this and you would have a child, you have a 50% chance of that child having Marfan syndrome.
So what is Marfan syndrome? Dr. Daniels says it's a genetic disorder that affects the body's connective tissue and can cause fatal heart problems if undiagnosed and untreated.
The average age of survival is in the late 20s for patients. And again, majority of that is from patients who weren't known to have the disease.
Symptoms include disproportionately long arms, a curved spine, and a tall and thin body type.
If you're known to have the disease and being followed closely, again, survival is much better, and patients should live into the 4th or 5th decade at least.
But that will to live for Ashley is waning.
1, 2, 3 blood pressure medicines.
Who is wheelchair bound.
They had to have me fitted for the wheelchair.
And in constant pain.
The hardest part of my day is opening my eyes in the morning because I know that it's another day and it's gonna hurt.
Tears wiped away by a new boyfriend.
What's this been like on you, Zach?
It's been great at times, and it's been not so great at other times.
Ow, ow, ow.
Who takes care of her every day. In the meantime, the medical bills are mounting. It's
difficult because no matter what I do, I can't fix everything, and that's what I'd like to be able to do.
I'm between a rock and a hard place because I can't go get a job.
But Ashley's main message is awareness.
That people don't understand because it's a rare condition and it does affect people differently. Some people have it worse than me, some people have it better. I don't know how to describe it.
Because you haven't walked a mile in her shoes. In Mansfield, Melissa Reed, Fox 8 News.
Melissa, thank you. And Ashley Britt has started a GoFundMe, a page to help with medical expenses as well as raise awareness of Marfan syndrome. For more information on that, head on over to our website, fox8.com, and click on Seen on TV. Well, still to come tonight at 6.